Tanaya. So thank you all for making on a weekday morning. So that in by itself shows the level of commitment and interest that you have in terms of upskilling yourself and making yourself ready for the evolving landscape of the market. So as I had given in the previous video to this webinar is about how do you kind of differentiate yourself being NISM certified professionals, as most of you would be, and few of you would be specifically MFTs. So how do you kind of differentiate yourself in this competitive landscape, and how do you grow your business? How do you become a better professional in whatever that you are doing? You're already a professional, but how do we get better in this? Because upskilling and learning is a never-ending journey, right? So here we take the pride as ICOFE to invite Ankur Gupta. I'm very personally, I'm very touched by his presence because he's been my mentee more so, but I treat all my co-participants as fellow professionals only. So because we are all mature, right? So he joined the course in September in the fast track path, and he has successfully finished the exam and the project. He has cleared them both. So he is officially CFP certified. He holds the CFP certificate now. And I'm very happy to have played a small role in his evolution journey of becoming a CFP. And he has proved that the hard work and perseverance can always help overcome any challenges. So he would have attended many such webinars before enrolling with us in ICOFE. And today, the evolution of life is that he's a speaker in one such webinar where he's addressing, the future aspirants to go on to register and become a CFP. So Ankur, it's a proud moment for me personally and for ICOFE as a family to have you on this webinar. It's all over to you. Please share your experience and enlighten us on your journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vibhu sir, and to the ISOFP for giving me such an opportunity to interact with the people who belongs to my field. So without waiting, so I will start with my presentation on my journey starting from my professional career and then till today. So just a second. I hope my presentation is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So my professional journey begins in year 2006 as an insurance professional. So I did my MBA in year 2006 and then started my career as an insurance professional. Overall, I worked for more than 15 years as an insurance field in two different roles. Like I managed the bank assurance vertical, I did the direct sales also, I managed the states as well. So then suddenly the COVID time happens, and so many of us tried to uh, turn the crisis into an opportunity. So I also did the same, and I thought to learn the new skills and the technology. So I remember Zoom, Microsoft Teams, those were the new things at that time. So with the learning of all the technical things, so I started learning and passing all the NISM exams at that time. So so during the lockdown, I prepare for the different NISM exams like mutual fund distributor and the PMS and the portfolio advisory level 1, level 2, and many other more. So even many of the LinkedIn courses which were available digitally. So this was the set the foundation for my new career directions, and then I expand my new horizon, and I started as an insurance professional and mutual fund distributor. Prior to that, people used to know me as an insurance professional only. So I used to get queries about the insurance products itself. And after October 2021, I started as a mutual fund distributor also, where I start selling all kind of mutual fund products to my clients. And I registered as a mutual fund distributor. I start helping my clients to diversify multiple financial products available. And I become a dual expert, insurance and mutual fund distributor. People contacted me either for the SIP or the mutual fund or the insurance products only. So then I planned for the new identity just after 3 years in September 2024. I enrolled for the CFP exam, and then in May 2025, I become the certified financial planner, where I get this certification, and now I am known as a trusted financial planner. So and this news is also get published into the local newspapers as well, and through which I get a lot many presence within my small city Meerut. So I belongs to a Meerut city, and I get a good presence and a good mind share from my clients. And now people know me not as a mutual fund distributor and an insurance professional. So they know me as a financial planner, retirement planner, tax consultant, and the state planner. And I have all products into my bouquet as of now. And within a month time after getting this certification, and so there are lot many queries which I am getting these days regarding to do the financial planning, not only just to start the SIP, but in a more better professional way. So which amount of SIP is required? Though I used to approach my clients in the past as well, where I used to say how much is the SIP amount, and there were the different calculators available on the digital platforms. But after completion of a CFP certification, I get to know how to make these calculators, and it helps me a lot. So a 365 impact, the CFP impact as a 360-degree transformation. So so people always ask me what is the professional development which I get. But not only the professional, here I get the three kind of development into myself as a personal, social, as well as the professional. In personal, so like even now I get the more confidence and the clarity in my personal goals as well. What is the my next learning class, and where I'm standing these days, and how to service my clients now. Even my small kid also ask me, okay, so now these days the exams are very difficult. So when I clear this exam, and he personally saw me how I prepared for the exam, at least for the last 2 months. So my kids also starts respecting me more. Okay, so now they thought, okay, at the age of 40, 41, so their father is also doing study a lot, and it helps me to build my social network as well, and through which I get a new connections, as well as even my neighbors, my relatives. They also start inquiring me, because initially I was not able to give them complete picture of what about my profession. Now they also start asking me what I am doing and how I can help them in their coming future. And professionally also, it open a new career opportunities for me. I get a lot of queries regarding all such queries, and existing clients also giving me many more references these days. So in this journey, from an insurance professional to a CFP certification, the major role is played by ISO-FP. So though I will explain you why I choose ISO-FP, and now what is the worth which I get from the ISO-FP. So before registration, because many of you is into current situation where I was around 6 months back. So my simple queries were whether I will be able to attend my classes or not. So those were the weekend classes. So it was very much convenient, 2 hours classes on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, which was very convenient for me. And I get the alumni feedback from the I search on the FBSB website, and I get the name Meerut as a location. There were existing 10 CFPs enroll over there. So I approached one of them. I emailed them, and then from them I get the feedback about the ISO-FP, and then I approach directly on the customer care of ISO-FP, and I was able to speak to Mr. Ajay at that time, and he helped me to get a call from directly with a call with the Madhu ma'am, who is the dean for the ISO-FP, and she approved my one lecture. And after getting the direct feedback from the alumni, from the dean of the institute, then I enrolled for my fast track registration with the 𝐼SO-FP at that time. But during the journey, I get to know how they help me and how, if nowadays, if somebody asks me how 𝐼SO-FP help you, so they have a very, very good structured curriculum. So we know starting from the basics, how to use the calculator, how to use the Excel, and how to put the different figures, and how to learn the different calculations. So from the very, very basic, they have a very good qualified teachers. We created a group study where 4 or 5 students means they created their own WhatsApp group and used to share their learnings. They have a very good study material. We used to get assignment after every class, and we have to complete that assignment as well. And we have a very good 𝐼SO-FP has a very good portal through which we can check the recordings of all the previous sessions. If I missed any session, or if there is any doubt related to any difficult question, so we can refer all those recordings. So, and even when the exam was approaching, so 𝐼SO-FP used to plan 2 or 3 mock tests, and the result out of that is very, very scary at that time. But yes, it helps us a lot to know the depth of the water, and it really gives us the picture then how we can clear the real exam. We also used to get a lot of motivational and the mentorship program from the 𝐼SO-FP, where all the people who are recently qualified as a CFP, they used to come and speak about their journey, which really helps and motivate us. And today I am one of them, I think. And we get the lot of extra support as in a seminar and the guest lectures even today, even after passing the CFP. So it is a regular practice, regular learning, and we get that opportunity to engage with the same kind of people who are already certified, who are expert into this field. They share their own knowledge, and 𝐼SO-FP give us that opportunity to interact with the multiple people of the different field. So in my batch, there are people from the international banking background, there are people from the banking background, from the auditing background, there was some CA. So we get a lot of friends as well, which really helps in a longer run. And about the learning journey should continue. Never stop learning, as Vibhu sir already mentioned. Never stop learning, because uh, life never stops teaching. So this is my mantra, and with this, I'm further planning for the further more certifications with the 𝐼SO-FP, as well as from the other institutes as well, or which can help me to build my professional journey more. So, and if somebody who is interested to know more about these details, so below is my LinkedIn profile. You can connect me over there. I would be happy to help you all. And if currently you have any queries, you can write into the chat bot. I can answer right away, or maybe we can answer in the Q&A section. So it's over, Vibhu sir, from my end. If there is any something, so.
Thank you, Ankur. So it was very nice. Maybe you can also stop sharing so that I can begin to share my screen.
Sure, sir.
So, it's a great journey. Like, people like Ankur, personally, I'm very attached to people like Ankur because he's been always a sincere student. He comes from a very humble background. He comes from a small city. As he said very clearly that his passing out the CFP had even featured in the local newspaper. So when you are working in that B30 cities, that, which is that beyond 30 cities, right? So you really get a lot of endorsement when you do something like a CFP, because you have MFDs in excess of 1.5 lakhs in the marketplace, right? But how do you differentiate yourself from the big crowd? That's the whole theme of today's webinar also. So, with that, let me share my screen in terms of how do you kind to go on to become a CFP, and what are the advantages with it. Okay, it's a really an exciting journey, I would say that, because we help a lot of people do this program CFP, and we have a very structured program. So let me kind of talk briefly about what you have to do in terms of becoming the CFP professional, right? So the theme of today's program is about you're all already professionals. You're all NISM certified in different capacities. Okay. So how do you give that sense of completion to this whole thing? What is the closure? How do you differentiate yourself? How can you give quality advice to your clients? How can you make your clients feel more interested to you? And what are the different aspects that you can give the advice to? It can be goal-based planning for education, for marriage, for buying a second home, first home, vacation planning, retirement planning, choice of products, what is asset allocation, what are the different products in the market. Last week I was talking to someone. So in India, before I start this presentation, it is like we have some 40 to 50 asset management companies, which are called AMCs, the mutual funds, right? So it's like, just imagine you opening a big door, okay, and there is a buffet that is being laid out with about 1,500 food items, because you have some 40 to 50 AMCs like Kotak, HDFC, Bandhan, Quant, and then Nippon. You have a lot more like that, right? So 40 to 50, all of them are trusted, all of them are very well qualified, and each of them offer multiple funds, right? You have liquid funds, you have debt funds, you can hybrid funds, small cap, large and small cap. Likewise, just imagine you entering a room with 1,500 food items, okay, and you are holding your client's hand and entering there. The client is so confused. Sir, what should I go and eat? I have a limited amount of money. Where should I go and eat so that I get the maximum benefit out of this buffet? Okay. So what do you do about it? You understand the client's risk profile. So you understand what is digestible for him. Is he a diabetic patient? Is he a high blood pressure patient? What is his age? How do you kind of suggest him what to eat? Because he cannot eat every 1,500 items which is there. So that is where you become a friend, you become a mentor, you become a guide, you become a companion in terms of hand holding your client to go and traverse through the 1,500 food items that is in front of you. This is where you will be different from a traditional MFD. I'm not saying that you cannot do this job as an MFD, but I'm only saying you can do it much better if you are a CFP. You get what I'm saying? So just imagine hand holding your client and taking him to those specific food item wala tables where it is helping him or her, and it is also helping you get that sense of satisfaction that you are able to make a difference. Okay. So you become a certified financial planner. Obviously, the Michael Page salary guide is, see, if any economy has to grow, the DFI has to grow. Because without the bank funds, without the bank's credit, without the proper insurance which is there, because if you do not have a predictable path in terms of whether it is your personal life, whether it is your health, because COVID came, a lot of people understood the importance of health insurance. Likewise, there are many instances where insurance is required, like credit insurance, automobile insurance, critical illness. Then you have a lot of sophisticated products that you are coming up. The insurance sector is coming up with indemnity insurance, professional indemnity insurance. So all of this, because when the economy is going, when the overall activity is increasing, where the flow of money is higher, then your banking and insurance has to go up. When banking and insurance goes up, people who understand this sector become in demand. You have to be certified. You need to know the procedures. You need to know the rules. You need to know the compliance. You need to know the framework. So how do you know the framework? You have to go to trusted bodies who give you that certification so that you are aware of it. Because getting a certification like what Ankur did in this last 6 months is not a joke. He studied about personal finance management, which means what is time value of money? What is present value? What is future value? How do I calculate step-up SIP? How do I calculate normal SIP? How do I understand risk optimization? How do I understand asset rebalancing? Someone comes to you. He says, sir, my son is 3 years old. I want to plan for his college education, which is 15 years away. Okay. So that is called goal planning. You say, okay, for the first 12 years, you invest in this mid-cap fund, Kotak Emerging Equity Funds, or Kotak Emerging Equity Opportunities Fund, then Motilal Oswal Fund. They have a traditional returns over the last so many years with some 28,000 crore AUM, delivering some 18 to 20% annualized returns. But keep it only for 12 years. The last 3 years shifted to some hybrid fund, shifted to some less risky fund so that you protect that corpus. This is called asset rebalance. This is called goal-based planning. Today in market, goal-based planning is such a hot selling cake. People are wanting that. They do not know how to ask. So when you become a CFP, along with being an MFP, you have access to products, you have access to clients, you have access to information, you have access to ideas and a structured framework in terms of how to present it to your clients. And BFSI sector, as a lot of these reports, 𝑪𝙖𝒓𝙚𝙬 salary guide is a report which these guys prepare in terms of how does the future outlook kind of look at. So, and basically, even without getting into too much of depth into it, if an economy has to grow, the fundamentals suggest that my banking and financial sectors have to be in good health for my economy to grow. It's as simple as that. So if you are a professional in this BFSI, you need to be competitive. You need to be staying in front in the race so that you can get the maximum benefit out of it. Okay, so obviously, CFP, when it comes to personal finance, CFP is a gold standard program. I can say that. I'm a CFP myself. I was not from the BFSI sector. I used to be working in a distribution industry of IT hardware products like laptops, mobile phones. So after I had an early retirement because, we were successful, we sold the company, and I was a COO, so we got some money, decent amount of money. So I began investing about like 9-10 years ago, and I wanted to take life in the pace that I wanted it to be. Okay. Then I started investing my investments, and then my love towards the whole financial products, they all increased. So I thought, like, why don't I formalize this understanding? Why don't I formalize my love for personal finance? The first choice that came to my mind after I spoke to a few of my friends is CFP, a certified financial planner, because in US it's offered by Financial Planning Standards Board, which has got its headquarters in Denver in US. Okay, so it's really a gold standard program because it covers all aspects of personal finance, starting from the mathematical angle of finance in terms of calculating the different values, in terms of different asset classes, understanding their risk ratios like standard deviation, how do you measure the volatility, how do you measure the beta of a fund, etc. You understand a lot of it. Then you come to retirement planning. Then you come to taxation planning. Then you come to insurance planning. Then you come to estate planning. And then you also build a project in your final level to crown all this understanding. So it's a very comprehensive program. So if someone comes to you, you can be a one-stop solution for the client. Even if he has a chartered accountant, you can help act as a bridge between the chartered accountant and your client. Even if he has a lawyer who writes about the wills or estate planning and stuff like that, you can be there to guide and handhold him in that journey. So the aspect of being a CFP is just not about product selling. You will elevate yourself. What is this process of elevation? You are going to earn more. You are going to get a wide reach of clients. You are going to position yourself in a better manner. The quality of your service is going to increase. It is just not that, sir, please do 5,000 rupees of SIP or 10,000 rupees of SIP. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's a great thing to do, but you can do 10x more than that if you become a CFP as well, is what is my opinion. So that you can be a differentiator, you can be a standout, you can have your unique positioning in this crowd, which is already there in the marketplace. Okay, so the elements of value, as Anpur was also saying, that clients reach out to him in terms of the values, ethics, because we have been taught about all this. We read about all this. We have to say, CFP, the main core mantra, what is it? Client first. Whatever you do, your client should be first. Whether you talk about the products, you talk about strategies, you talk about techniques, you talk about asset rebalancing or asset allocation or understanding the risk profile, it's the client that is first. There's nothing else beyond the client. because client is my annadata, right? Client is the one who feeds me in terms of the services that I provide to him. As long as the client respects the law of the land, it's not that I'm going to go beyond the law of the land just to say that client first. So it is well understood that the client is a normal law-abiding citizen of this country, and then it becomes for me, it's the client first. Whatever happens, I can forego any kind of things. I can work harder. I have to work like 18 hours a day to provide that quality service and ensure that my client is well planned. So these are my ethics. These are my values that I build, which you will learn along this certified financial planner in this whole curriculum. Okay, I'm very sure that we will have a lot of more recognition in terms of CFP because there is a growing demand. Because I will talk about the gap in terms of the number of CFPs, number of RIAs. I don't know what is the date reference of this, but RIAs, maybe the numbers have increased a bit more than this, and CFPs is also around 3,500, but that's a very small difference. But look at the MF distributors. 1,78,000. Where is this 3,000 odd? Even if this 3,200 has become 3,500, or this 995 has become 1,300 or 1,500, look at the rate at which the MFDs are growing. How do you position yourself in such an overcrowded market? How do you differentiate? How do you give that value? I was talking with Ankur last night. I was saying, Ankur, yaar, matlab, MFD to ho tum. Like, I was talking to him in Hindi, obviously, because we feel both of us comfortable. Although I'm from South, but I still like to get to the real sentiment of it. So I asked him whether is it still of more of a product-based planning for you, or is it a comprehensive planning for you? What happens in a comprehensive planning? Please understand, it is like you become a consultant than just a product seller. That is the difference. As an MFD, you are a product seller. I'm not saying it is any lower. I'm not saying it is any inferior. Please don't get me wrong there. MFD is a great thing to do in India because mutual fund industry with about 75 lakh crores or 80 lakh crores, it is supposed to grow up to, even I will not be surprised, in next 1 decade, we might be sitting at 400 lakh crores. We might not be even if you are an MFD, you have to grow. You have to think, what next? How do I upgrade myself? How do I sell PMS? How do I sell AF? How do I get to plan end to end for my client? How will this CFP help me do this? You have to get into the holistic planning. Without holistic planning, what is holistic planning? It is nothing but end to end. You have a client who is just beginning to earn 21 years of age until he does the estate planning. Sorry, I got disconnected, I think, because of the internet.
If you can switch your network, would be great.
Yeah.
You have the alternate.
Okay. So is it okay?
Perfect.
You were not able to hear me well earlier or something?
The last couple of minutes we have lost your voice.
Okay. So what I was saying is that, like, look at the amount, look at the stack of MFDs. So I'm not saying here that being an MFD is not good, or because it's a great thing to be, because we were talking about it in the sense of, like, the AUM of MF industry is growing day by day, right? Like, it's growing at a very tremendous amount of pace. We are almost at about 80 lakh crores or 90 lakh crores. But how do I differentiate? I was giving the example of the Ambanis and Adanis. They have everything, but they still invest. They still want to go to new market. They want to start new businesses. They want to enter retail. They want to enter. Now Blackstone is coming to India. They want to partner with Reliance. Okay. And the amount of talent they're acquiring. How do I know this? My daughter is studying in Sriram College of Commerce. She said Blackstone is coming to hire them. 4 guys come in 4 individual cars, staying in Oberoi. The interviews happen in Oberoi. Look at the amount of scope. And Blackstone is just entering. They're going to partner with Reliance. Why? Even these big firms, they are doing something on a constant basis to evolve. So if you are an MFD, if you are established, if you have an AUM of 20 crore, 30 crore, depending upon the city and the market that you are in, it's a great thing. But how do I evolve? How do I hit 100 crores? How do I differentiate myself? How can I provide that quality to my clients? How can I become a part of their journey on an end-to-end basis? That should be my vision. We'll have to also say only companies don't have to have vision. Even as individuals, we can have vision. So how do I become a part in their overall comprehensive journey? You can become only with certifications like CFP, because it's a cornerstone. It covers all aspects of personal finance, right? So obviously there is a lot of career opportunities that you have. I can tell one thing very clearly. Whenever I speak in, when I go to social functions, when there are a lot of people always reach out to me because they know that I'm a CFP. They know that I'm investing in markets. I advise people, and I'm also a mentor. So I have multiple hats, all related to the wealth management, right? So people approach me. So they say like, what should be the right product? Should we invest in this stock, RNBL, this Vodafone, this and that? And like, you get a lot of these queries, right? So I answer them only one thing. See, investment is easy, but it is very boring because you have to be patient. And if you are not investing in India for this next 10 years, then you are a loser, because there is a huge amount of opportunity which is there for you as an investor, as a professional, as an individual. So if you are an individual who's never been into this sector, it's a great sector to come in if you have the interest. If you are already a professional, in some capacity, you are working as a wealth manager in a bank, you are working in an AMC, you are an MFD, you are NISM certified in different capacities. It's a great thing to upskill. It's a great opportunity for you to grow, because the market here is there and it is going to be there for the next 10 years at least, which is there in our line side. Just imagine MF industry being at 450 lakh crores. It's still less than 100 lakh crores today, but I'm sure it is going to go there. No one can stop us from being there. I'm being very conservative in saying that we'll be at 450 lakh crores, because from 2014 to 2024, we grew from 10 lakh crores to 70 lakh crores. That is at a annualized return of 31%. If I extrapolate that from 2024 to 2034, can you take a guess in terms of what would be the size at this growth of 30% per annum? It is a mind-boggling figure. It is 900 lakh crores. So when I say this 400 lakh crores or 350 lakh crores or 500 lakh crores, less than 500 lakh crores, I'm still taking a growth rate of only some 14% or 12% year on year. But the growth potential is tremendous, because the penetration of wealth market in India at an overall level is still less than 10%. What does that mean? It means if there are 100 people, only less than 10 people are investing. So you have those pockets like in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and then like the top cities, you have the penetration more. But it is going to expand. It's going to become a revolution. Think of mobile phones. When it came in the year 2000, it used to be so big. They used to charge us even on the incoming call. And today, where is it? Data, penetration, the kind of difference that it has on your daily life. Your financial planning industry is going to become like that. Trust me on this. It's not, I'm not saying this because I'm a finance professional myself. It is right in front of you. It's for you to look at the data and understand and act on it. If you're not acting, it's our loss. It's not anyone else's loss. So as I said, like, CFP certification is a very comprehensive gold standard. It covers a lot of scope when it comes to personal finance, starting from personal finance mathematics, understanding how the returns work, asset management, asset allocation, risk planning, estate planning, and then retirement planning. It's a very comprehensive personal finance program. In the US, it's got a lot of respect, okay, because it's obviously it started from there. We are catching up. Okay, so I think, I'm sure and I'm reasonably confident that within the next 2 years, being a CFP is going to have a very big differentiation. But why wait for the curve to reach there? You are already seeing the trend. Get onto the bus now before it gets too crowded. No, it's not going to stop. There are going to be CFPs which are going to get produced year on year. I'm never saying that there is no, when is the right time for such decisions? It is actually yesterday. It's not even today. You should have registered for CFP yesterday, not today. But if you're still not done yesterday, do it today. That's the kind of messaging, that's the kind of urgency that you need to have for decisions like these when it comes to opportunities which are available to you in a market like India. Okay, so to join the program, someone was asking what is the qualification? It is the minimum 10 and plus 2, 18 years of age, no restriction. But to get the CFP certified, you should have cleared all the levels and then should do an internship under a certified professional like Ankur, for example, like me, for example, or you should have a 3 years of work experience. Your result is valid for about 5 years. Within that 5 years, you have to do either of the two to get CFP certified. Okay. So as I said, these are the 4 levels. What are the scopes that we see in the 4 levels? This is a brief overview of the 4 levels of the program in CFP, what it offers, starting from investment planning, retirement, tax, estate, and then the last level has a project which you submit and a comprehensive exam, which tests you from all these modules. Okay. So essential soft skills, you understand how to talk, how to position, how to move with a client, how to collect data, how to gain the trust, how to gain the, the qualitative information, how to understand risk profile, what are the questions to ask for risk profile, how do you plan when you know the risk profile of a person. This course gives you an inside understanding about all these aspects. Okay. Why ICOA? I always tell people, I get a lot of calls like, sir, should I do CFP? Should I do this or should I do that? Yes, you can always contemplate, what is the best thing for you to do in terms of your career choice. But I always tell them only one thing. Think 100 times, 50 times, 20 times, 10 times, or whatever number of times that you want to think whether CFP is suitable for you. But the moment you have made up the mind that you want to do CFP, then your thinking process stops there. Just call ICOFP and register. I'm not saying this as being a mentor. I have been an alumnus of ICOFP myself. I enrolled in this program through ICOFP. I did my CFP through ICOFP. So I understand whatever I'm saying. I have felt that firsthand as a student. I paid the fee. I enrolled. I joined the live classes on Zoom. And, I did all the 4 levels of exam. I passed within 7 months, right? In fact, I was the CFP student of the year in the year of my pass out. Okay, I was nominated for that. I did not go on to win it. I was nominated for that. Some other doctor won it. So I was nominated for it, which meant I was in the top 5 students in terms of my performance in all the 4 exams. Okay, so you need to have that commitment, and I understand why I say it, because they have been long enough in this. They understand the changes. They are very flexible. They are adaptive. They grow with the trends in the market. Their outreach is good. Their digital architecture, as Ankur said, you get recordings of the classes. The live classes are getting recorded. You can ask your doubts in WhatsApp groups. You get practice assignments which are uploaded in your portal. You get solutions for them. You get doubt clearing sessions. You have mentorship. So you have a beautiful blend of the human contribution under technology contribution in this journey. There is an extensive amount of human contribution also. I would say that is the standout of ICO. Yes, we have all the state-of-the-art architecture in terms of digital, the portal, you log in, you get the recordings, you can even see what happened before 4 or 5 months or 6 months even. You can go to that particular class, you can see that point where you did not understand one particular concept. You can go back to your assignments, you can try them again. Your digital infrastructure and architecture in ICOFP is matchless because we have the scale. We are getting registered about like 500, 600, 700 students year on year. So we have the scale, we have the know-how, we know how to manage this. So we have the infrastructure, but beyond all the infrastructure, there is also a capping moment that you have the human interference or the human intervention in a positive manner to help you in the journey. Because when you climb Mount Everest, you go 29,000 feet, but the summit or the peak is only like your small dining room. Likewise, I have the infrastructure, we have the digital thing, but I also have the human intervention, which makes it much more better. This is all our faculty, our Dean Madhu Sinha, and then the other faculties, even I'm there here in this list. So we are all here, we are all qualified, we are all CFPs ourselves. And if there is a tax faculty, they are chartered accountants themselves. So we do not compromise on the quality of the education that we provide. Because this industry is about the quality of the services that you can offer. And we do not compromise even 1% on that. Obviously, Madhu Sinha ma'am won the, as I said, I was nominated for one category, but she went on to win in another category, which is the Educator of the Year 2023-24, right? This happened in Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad last year. In that Gift City event, she was presented with this award. So you have virtual live classes in weekends, weekdays, whatever is your method to do. You also have e-learning classes where you get pre-recorded sessions. In fact, I do a lot of pre-recorded sessions for e-learning batches as well. So you have multiple streams of interventions in terms of this program. So concept book, workbook, projects, assignments, and stuff like that. So you have everything that you can ask for in this journey in terms of interventions, support, and assistance, both at a technology level and also at a human, right? So this is the FPSB board fee. Okay, when I say FPSB board fee, the Financial Planning Standards Board, which is the board, which is like CBSE, which is like EU, which is like the accreditation board, which issues this certification. And these monies, as a customer or as a participant or as an aspirant, you will be transacting with FPSB directly. You will pay through the credit card or net banking or your debit card, going on to their website, which is fpsb.in. And this is not a transaction which the participant is doing with us. We are an education provider. Our transactions with you, our commercials with you are different and over and above this. So these transactions which you are seeing here in terms of the fee, they are with the board directly. Okay. So you have this for the regular pathway where you will have to clear 4 levels of exam, just like I did. Then you also have a fast track. Here the eligibility is minimum 10 plus 2 only, 18 years of age. No restrictions of stream. You could be from BA Political Science, BA English Literature, or BCom, or BSc also, or a Bachelor of Engineering also. It doesn't matter. You just need to have that passion to do this course. Okay. And this is for the regular pathway. And you also have the fast track pathway, just like what Ankur did, where you get straight away to the 4th level if you have this eligibility criteria in terms of education, being a CFA or a chartered accountant or a master's degree like an MBA. And then you need to also have a work experience in BFSA sector, which is like banks, mutual funds. What is BFSA? It's banking, financial sector, and insurance, right? So you have work experience in AMC, banks, and then NBFCs, non-banking finance corporations. You work in insurance sector. All of this come under the BFSA sector. Don't worry about it. You can always do a soft check. And Christian, he heads the sales team of CFP program in ICOFP. If you can reach out to him, Christian, if you could drop your email address in the chat box for the participants to see, you could always reach out to him on phone or to his team on phone, and you could also drop your CV to his email address, and he will help you do the soft check in terms of your eligibility criteria for fast track. If you want, you can take a screenshot or a photograph of this as well. So, and don't worry about it. If you have individual queries which are related to your qualifications and whether you are eligible for it, Christian can very well help you do that. Okay. And these are FPSP's fast track pathway fee, just like what we had is this is the regular pathway fee. This is the fast track pathway fee. Again, this is a transaction between you and the board directly. We do not have any role in this. We do not have any scope in this. It's a transaction which you are going to have the board directly. These fees are not decided by us. They are the fee of the board. Okay. So we have the CFP study fee, which is like what we offer. Like a virtual learning is 60,000, which means you will get into live classes. There is a faculty who is teaching you classes. You can ask doubts. You can have your clarification done. And then you also have e-learning, which is, and this virtual learning classes happens during the weekdays also, which is from Monday to Friday. You have it from 7 to 9 in the evening, or in the weekend classes, which is Saturday evening and Sunday morning. And then you have the e-learning classes where you will be given access to a videos where you will not be interacting with the faculty on a live basis, but it is no lesser. All of the faculty who are teaching the live classes are the ones who will be recording the videos for e-learning as well. As I said, I record classes for certain modules, someone else records for some other modules, but it's all done by the faculties who are handling the live classes. And the fast track pathway, like just we saw now, for the fast track pathway, we have a fee where you come straight away to the 4th level. So we have a fee structure to help you crack that and be of assistance to you in doing that, because it's a challenge pathway. That's why the name is challenge pathway or the fast track, because you will not be going through the first 3 levels of exam. You will be landing straight at the 4th level and you will be giving that exam. So if you just clear that exam plus project, you are CFP certified, just like our dear Ankur is now. So there is an offer for today in terms of a flat discount, and you also get a discount code. This is very important, at a code content fee, because every time you register for exam with FPSB, you also have to subscribe or you have to buy their content. So if you subscribe with us today, you will be offered a 50% discount. Like for example, if there is a 8,000 rupees of course content that you have to buy for level 1, then with this code, you could buy it at 4K or 4,000 rupees. So we also have NISM 5A e-learning videos and stock trading tips. So these are all some monetary values on a intangible manner, but you have this flat discount and this save the content fee. They are very, it's like a cash discount. This is value-based discount in terms of what we offer, the 2 stacks below, but the 2 stacks above, they are cash discount in terms of the money going out of your pocket becomes lesser. Save money. Money saved is money gained, right? That's what is the financial planning basic mantra. So you get that in the top 2 stacks, and you get the value in the bottom 2 stacks, with which you can earn more money, right? It's always about making money. Because becoming a financial advisor is not about a satsang, right? Like we are all here to make money. So we are here to make money for ourselves and also help people build their portfolio for a long period of time. So you get both. You get the satisfaction of helping people and you also make money, right? So these are some students. We have one of the highest passing rates in the country. Like in fact, in the level 4 of what exam which Ankur cleared in that cycle, I think we could be the largest in terms of the pass out rate or the percentage and the number of people passing out as well. So that is something which is excellent. This is level 1, level 2. Let me just switch on my power so that you get to see it well. So level 1, level 2. So as I said, people from different age groups, people for their own interest, people who are personally interested to understand, people who are seeking career, people studying for their self-knowledge, people studying to upskill themselves. You have a wide variety of crowd. very heterogeneous. Just look at these pictures. People are from different age group, people from different backgrounds, different stages of career. That is the beauty of this. See, level 1, level 2, level 3, and this is our level 4 pass outs. Our beautiful Ankur Gupta is standing right at the first because of his name starting with A. So we had about like 19 people who had passed out. So we have a good pass out rate as well. And even the upcoming exam also, we have some 40 odd people appearing. So we hope to have a good passing rate again. So we are doing this consistently. We understand the framework, we understand the requirements. So if you come to us and kind of say that, sir, please help us do this, then we are just going to kind of connect with you and help you end to end to crack the certification. We understand how this works. So you can be convinced that if you want to do CFP, it should be with us. You can think about doing CFP, which is a different matter. But if you have made up your decision to become a CFP, for which I told you about the market opportunities and what should you miss if you're not doing it now. So that is a wise decision that you will take. And once you have taken that wise decision, the next decision of choosing ICOFP is a very simple decision. Because I don't think there is a better place in India to do CFP than ICOFP. So this is just a rerun on the offers for today. And the next slide will have the number that you can reach out to. You can express your interest in the chat box also. And obviously, I am sure you all know that we are fully backed and we are, subsidiary, 100% owned subsidiary of Bajaj Capital, which is one of the leading wealth management firms with headquarters in Delhi and a pan-India presence, right? So we are a part of the Bajaj Capital family. We are actually, I would say, like we are a child of the Bajaj Capital family because we are their subsidiary. And so you understand the level of backing that we will have and the infrastructure that we could create because of that backing, right? So if you choose to partner with us, when I say partner, to embark on this journey to become a CFP with us, then you are going on to become a successful person to get the CFP certification, and it would be a fruitful decision. Yeah. So with that, I end my presentation. Thanks a lot for a patient hearing there. Thank you all. It's always very exciting to talk about this program. Thank you, Kanaya, as always, to facilitate such a beautiful program.
Vibhu, I can see so many questions in the chat box. Could you please take one by one?
Sorry?
We have question in the chat box as well as in the Q&A section. Could you take question one by one?
Yeah, sure. Someone is asking if he's in London, it is valid. You have to do something more. Yes, it is. It could be valid. I think it is valid. But you have to do, for you to practice there, you might have to specialize in some local, just like when you're studying CFP in India, we specialize in Indian taxation. When I say specialize, at least we get an idea about Indian taxation, Indian retirement products, then Indian estate rules and stuff like that. So, likewise in London, you might have to do the specialization for that local law or the local rules there. Of course, but Tejas, you need to have work experience also. Like, it's just not that if you're a fresh MBA, you cannot. I'm not sure if you can appear for fast track. You have to be also a professional from that BFSI sector, having some 3 or 5 years of experience. But you can get it soft checked with Krishan. Okay, I start. Yes, I think by the chartered accountant by profession. Yes, I think you can. Ashish is asking, yes, Ashish, of course. If you are from a MFD thing, you have an ARN. So if you want to expand your business and know how do you service the client, obviously you can enroll for. if you're a fresher, what are the normal packages? Someone is asking, like, what is the normal package that a CFP can move after joining a company? At a starting level of a career, it's somewhere around some 6 to 8 lakhs is what I would believe that you could get opportunities of that size. I'm being conservative here, but to get a start, as a fresher in that range is what that you could get if you become a CFP certified person.
The one question, Devo, I can see what is the difference between CFP and RIA?
Okay, CFP and RIA is obviously the regulation of SEBI is you are not an RIA, you are not given the same accreditation or a same recognition like that of an RIA by SEBI, but I'm sure it doesn't stop you from advising clients if you are, like, for instance, Ankur here is an MFD himself, right? So Ankur, you can throw some light on that, because it doesn't stop you if you are an MFD, you are advising clients already on product. CFP is going to make you do that in a better manner. So,
Yeah.
Ankur, wo thoda sa, like, if you can give a perspective on that from a practical essence.
So, so just to give you the background, for the RIA, they can, there are the new guidelines which come up in the February for the RIA. So in that also, you can only charge the fees from the client. You cannot sell products to their clients. Being an MFD, my preference is for the distribution of the products, not become the RIA. That is my personal view. Okay, so but it helps me to do my job in a better way. So when I can make a plan for my client and can give a right picture, because I have the knowledge, I can use that for creating financial plan for my clients. So that I can do. I'm not an RIA, but yes, I'm a CFP certified, and I create plan for my client and give them the best solution. So that's how it is beneficial for them as for me as well. So if I become the RIA, then I have to be into the model of charging fees from the client, not from the product distribution. So that's how. And somebody, Mr. Jagdish Patra, he also asked about what are the employment opportunities for a CFP in the country for India, of India, and added advantage. So I already explained about the added advantage of the CFP in my profession, but from the opportunities as an employment. So many of all the banks, all the AMCs, all the wealth management companies, they used to hire the CFPs for creating plans for their clients. So in past, when I mentioned as I work as an insurance professional, so I used to manage all the equity and the wealth partners of India. And so in that also, for every 3 to 4 wealth managers, there is one CFP which needs to be appointed from the company's end, because all the 3 to 4 wealth managers who used to have the clients around like 400, 500 clients with that for wealth managers. So they used to create a plan as a from the CFP. So even they used to go on a meeting with the wealth managers, and it has a very good opportunity. Otherwise, for all the research firms and all, they also consider the CFP as a certification. And once you clear the CFP certification, so there are many opportunities as a freelancer as well, where I'm an MFD and I can work as a freelancer for the different RIAs who used to service their clients on the digital platform. Over to you, Krishna.
Friends, if you have any question, you can raise your hand. I'll unmute you one by one, and you can directly ask your question from Ankur sir, Vibhu sir.
Of course, you can summon Navneet Sharma, right? I think he's asking, I can charge any fee. Of course, you can, as long as you have the understanding between the client and advisor. Yeah, no one can stop you from giving any advice, no? Like, do you think these guys who are coming in this Instagram and Facebooks and stuffs like that, are they certified by SEBI? So you have thousands of people doing that, right? So as long as there is a client and advisor relationship and a consent and understanding, and the client trusts you that you are qualified enough to do that, you can pretty much do it. There's no problem.
Yeah, Shivam ji, you can ask your question.
Yeah, hello sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
सर मैं अभी एज अ मार्केट एनालिस्ट वर्क कर रहा हूँ, लाइक मोर इन ऑप्शन ट्रेडिंग, एंड मुझे मार्केट में 5 years हो गए हैं. आई स्टार्टेड करियर विद एज अ म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर, then shifted to this option trading. How CFP can help me to become a analyst? Like I wanted to be equity research analyst now, but I want to change career from option trading to this research thing. How CFP can help me? मैं ये डिस्कस करना चाहता था.
Research analyst Shivam, let me be upfront with you because CFP is not centric on research analyst. It's more of it's a CFA question that you have because CFP is more of a personal finance guide in terms of helping clients plan and doing asset allocation, where to invest, how much to invest, retirement planning and tax planning and stuff. But if your core centricity is around the technical aspect of building a research report, buy side, sell side, understanding stock from its fundamentals or technicals, then this course wouldn't offer you that kind of a thing. No, I have to be upfront and transparent with you, right? That's the unique positioning of ICOP we have. CFP as a program is more of a gold standard from personal finance angle. It's not on the technical aspects of whatever that you're talking about from a fund or a stock picking angle. It's more of a CFA kind of an expectation that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shivam, so my input, so you already worked as a MFD also, you mentioned, and currently, so
Yes.
it is like a pharmacist. You work in the distribution of the product. So option trading is again a product, MFD is also a product. Once you become a CFP, you can consider yourself as a doctor who is specialized, you who is
Okay.
working into a hospital, who works with a different specialist in that particular field. I may not be the expert into the taxation, but I know the basics of the taxation. And if there is somebody who is chartered accountant who is in my contact, so I can refer that chartered accountant to my client for the services. And so even that chartered accountant can take the fees. But from the overall perspective, I create a plan for my clients from for the long term, for the lifelong, and monitor on a annualized basis, semi-annualized basis, and I can charge fees also, or I can just create a plan for them. So so I
Okay.
think from the perspective of, because it gives you if it gives you different ways and the path also, which you can explore in your coming future. So maybe option trading has a nowadays, due to the AI integration and other things, so algo trading and all, so it may become difficult in the near future. You should be prepared for the same. Like
Okay.
you should be prepared with a certain certification which will help you in future.
So basically, I'm just trying to switch my career. So if CFP can help in that also, like I'm comfortable in doing a job in BFSI sector.
या
Like
शिवम, सो मैंने जब ये एनरोल किया, सो मेरे साथ 30 people और थे जिन्होंने एनरोल किया, एंड ऑल वर फ्रॉम द डिफरेंट बैकग्राउंड. So 3-4 were the MFDs. There were some people who are from the international banking. Some were the accountants, CAs, who are working into different companies also. There was a guy जो कि 22 साल का भी था वहाँ पर. There was a guy who is 60 years old also who enrolled for the same. And बहुत सारे लोगों ने पर्सनल फाइनेंस को मैनेज करने के लिए CFP सर्टिफिकेशन किया था. And all are very happy post getting this certification. So I think आप करियर पर्सपेक्टिव से अभी यू मे बी कंफ्यूज एट दिस पॉइंट इन टाइम, बट अगर आप मेरे से पूछोगे तो आपको आंख बंद करके इसके लिए एनरोल करना चाहिए, और ये आपको इन फ्यूचर काफ़ी काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहेगा. वो फिर
yes.
आप खुद से ही देख सकते हो कि आपको किस तरीके की अपॉर्चुनिटी यहाँ पर मिल रही है.
Okay, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Uh, yes,
Hello.
Jagdish ji,
Hello.
go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
very loud.
I'm audible.
Yes, go ahead.
Well,
Please.
I'm 𝑧𝙗𝒆𝙧 speaking to you from Sambalpur, Odisha. I'm a retired government employee. I retired from service last year, and I'm planning to do an SIM course, this 50th series, to become a distributor in mutual fund. Once I complete that, my plan is to do a course of the certified financial planner from your institute. I understand that there may not be any employment opportunity for me, but I would like to open my farm, a kind of a consulting farm here, where I would distribute mutual fund schemes to my clients that I am planning to do. And after finishing my certified financial course, what assistance can I hope to get from your organization by way of spreading awareness among the people, improving their financial literacy? Your reaction, please. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, yes. Okay, so I will take that question.
Right.
So Jagdish ji, so as you rightly had put, like, so it's good that you still have that drive and appetite to do something more in life even after a successful career in
Right.
government services, right? So
Right.
firstly, for my appreciation for that. Secondly, we do help in terms of not helping you in get any direct clientele, but we help you with programs. If you ask any one of our faculty, like if you are conducting a webinar or if you are going to any specific organization where you want us to kind of speak through the Zoom calls or give you a virtual assistance in terms of speaking about the awareness or speaking about some multiple products and dimensions about the personal finance, we are happy to help. And you could also, if in your location if there is a Bajaj Capital firm, you could also kind of go there and understand, like, the different products, or if there is anything in terms of the financial literacy angle that you talk about, like, how can we help you achieve that. We might not be in a position to kind of get you direct clients because it's not possible. India is so big, right? Logistically, different places, different outreach. Our primary role is of being an education provider. So we will ready you up rather than giving you the fish in hand. We are going to give you the fishing rod in hand, with which you will be enabled, and you have the ammunition to catch the fish that can kind of fulfill your journey of being a professional to help clients. So that's more of our mantra, but we are always happy to help, and we are always happy to assist in terms of expanding the financial literacy in your community or your pocket there, or in your neighborhood, in any schools, colleges, NGOs, or organizations. If you go there, even I can come on these Zoom calls. We can kind of be of assistance from that aspect. So we are always there to help, and no, it's an ongoing journey. As you can see, Ankur, he's sitting for last 1 hour. He's already finished his certification, but he still has that bond towards us, because that's the kind of relationship that we have with our alumnus. So it's a lifelong journey, and obviously we all understand that it's a professional environment. So we all do our best in our capacity to help each other.
Mr. Venkat, as you know, can I continue for 30 seconds more?
Yeah, please, sir.
As you are aware, Mr. Venkat, financial literacy in our country is abysmally low. People do not know what to do with their money. So my plan is to spread awareness and improve the financial literacy of people. Therefore, I would like to stay connected with your organization even after I finish up my certified financial planner course. That is all that I want to do.
Yes, sir.
And
sure, you can.
I will take your advice. I will visit Bajaj Capital office. If at all there is any in the nearby location, I will do that. And I will keep connected with you. Let me finish my NISM course, and then I will take up this certified financial planner course from your organization. And I will definitely open up a firm, and I will be on the journey to create wealth for me and create wealth for my people, my friends and relatives for the entire state of Odisha. That is what I'm planning to do. And one more thing, my daughter is a BCom. She has just completed her become honors, So she would like to do her MBA. Let her finish up her MBA. Then she will also be doing this course. Thank you. Thank you for your time and patience listening to me and giving your valuable advice. Thank you, Mr. Blanket.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tina ji, you can unmute yourself. You can ask your question. Tina Saluja.
If not, Tina has not unmuted herself.
Okay, so Shivam Srivastava.
वो तो पूछ लिया. I think he has asked.
Okay. Ashish ji, you can ask your question.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, actually, मैं एक engineering professional.
Ashish, can you speak a little loud because we aren't able to hear you well?
Yes, sir. आवाज आ रहा है सर?
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
एक्चुअली मैं एक इंजीनियरिंग प्रोफेशनल हूँ. एक्चुअली मैं अभी जॉब मतलब मेरा हेल्थ के इशू के वजह से मैं छोड़ा. तो एक्चुअली मेरा और रिसेंटली अभी मैं म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर का लाइसेंस लेके एआरएन नंबर किया हूँ. तो सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ सर, अगर ये सीएफपी में करूँगा तो उसका इसके साथ कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटी रहेगा जॉब के लिए? क्या मैं ये कुछ, क्योंकि मेरा कुछ फाइनेंशियल एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है प्रीवियसली बैंकिंग सेक्टर में या कुछ में. खाली म्यूचुअल फंड का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन लाइसेंस है और मैं म्यूचुअल फंड भी कर रहा हूँ सर.
जी मैं लूँ सर इसको.
Yeah, please.
सो आशीष जी, मैंने जैसे अभी बताया था, सो इसमें अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ तो काफ़ी हैं. अब हम कितना उसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं वो हम पे डिपेंड करता है. सो एमएफडी का आपने लाइसेंस लिया, आपको उसका एक्सपीरियंस भी हुआ, आपको ये भी पता होगा कि उसमें किस किस तरीके की डिफ़िकल्टी आती है.
हाँ.
आप क्लाइंट के पास, मेरे को पता है कि मेरे हर एक क्लाइंट के पास फॉर एग्जांपल 50,000 रुपीज़ का एसआईपी करने का अपॉर्चुनिटी है, बट वो मेरे को 10,000 से ऊपर देता ही नहीं है. उसको मेरे ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है. मतलब कुछ मल्टीपल चीज़ें हो सकती हैं. वंस यू डिड दिस काइंड ऑफ सर्टिफिकेशन, इट क्रिएट्स वैल्यू. एंड जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था, बहुत सारी वेल्थ मैनेजमेंट कंपनीज आज की डेट पे इंडिया में काम करती हैं. और मैं अभी मतलब आप देखेंगे तो नियर बाय आपको बहुत सारी वेल्थ मैनेजमेंट कंपनीज अपने आसपास मिल जाएंगी. जहाँ पर आप रहते हैं आपको वहाँ पर भी मिल जाएंगी. डिजिटली भी इसके अंदर आप एज एन कंसल्टेंट वहाँ पर काम कर सकते हैं. म्यूचुअल फंड एएमसीज के अंदर भी उसमें बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटीज होती है. और मार्केट अपने आप में आपको एक अलग तरीके से ही रिकॉग्नाइज करता है. मैंने जब ये कोर्स किया, अगर मैं आज बात करूं, एफबीएसपी की वेबसाइट पर आप जाकर देखेंगे हाउ मेनी पीपल आर देयर हु आर ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाइड एज एन सीएफपी. उसका नंबर आप देखेंगे तो अराउंड 3300 3400 के करीब ही है. तो 140 करोड़ की जनता में अगर आपका इतने में ही नंबर आता है, और ग्लोबली दैट नंबर इज अराउंड 2.5 लाख. So the opportunity for the CFP is very very much. वो फिर हमको थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लोर करना पड़ेगा, और अपनी पर्सनालिटी के साथ मैच करते हुए हमको ये कोर्स करेंगे आप, तो आपको अपॉर्चुनिटीज काफ़ी मिल जाएंगी.
क्योंकि सर फाइनेंशियल एक्सपीरियंस तो नहीं होगा, मतलब कंप्लीट
सर
करने के बाद भी
म्यूचुअल
कुछ
फंड
मिल सकता है.
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन भी तो अपने आप में फाइनेंशियल एक्सपीरियंस
हाँ
है ही.
हाँ
आप
सर,
आप
है.
आप रेगुलर पाथवे से इसको करिए. आपको बिल्कुल बेसिक से सिखाया जाता है, मतलब
अच्छा.
हाउ टू यूज इवन द कैलकुलेटर एंड द एक्सेल एंड एवरीथिंग.
थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू.
हेलो.
यस
हेलो.
टीना जी.
हेलो.
यस मैम.
Yeah,
हाँ जी
good
टीना जी,
afternoon.
बताइए. गुड आफ्टरनून.
So I just want to do CFP, but as compares comparison to other institute, your fees is very high. So can I get any discount?
मैम डिस्काउंट्स आर ऑलरेडी मेंशन्ड बाय विभू सर फॉर द अर्ली एनरोलमेंट.
So there is a 1500 discount on the course fee, ma'am.
1500.
So I think Tina, if you can kind of reach out to Christian and his team, they might be able to understand. They might be in a position to explain like why we are differently priced, or why we are highly priced or differently priced. I honestly do not know about the pricing of other education providers, or what do they offer. I know very well like what we offer for sure. So you could kind of have a discussion on a one-to-one basis so that you'll be able to understand that better, right?
Okay, sir. And one more question. So I just want to know, like, CFP is not approved by SEBI, right?
What do you mean? It's not a question of what is approved or not approved. It's a question of you have professionals who are. If your question is it equivalent to RIA? Yes, your perspective is right that it is not equivalent to RIA, but it doesn't stop you from having the advisory or along with selling the products. You have a person sitting right in front of you, Ankur, who is an MFD, who is CFP certified, so who is able to do both of this, right? So no one from SEBI is stopping him from doing that.
And ma'am, this is a global platform. So ये CFP करने के बाद it is not only about India. So and आपका जो पहला क्वेश्चन था उस पे भी ये है कि even every RIA is also charging the different fees. So it depends on the services which they are providing. Somebody who is charging even the 10,000 rupees and there is somebody who is charging the 50,000 rupees. So we should know the difference between the services which they are providing. So I did all this calculation around 7 months back. But what I mentioned in my presentation that before enrollment, so I check 3-4 parameters with every institute, how they are doing. I take the feedback from the alumni. I try to speak with the people who are the head in that particular institute. So ISOFP give me that opportunity to speak with them, and they explained me, and it was up to the mark. And even after registration, I get to know there are many more other things which is required at my end, and I know the passing rate also, and I know how the effort they are doing to teach their students.
All right.
Okay. I think
So,
a couple of raised hand. We have 2-3 raised hands. Govindji, you can ask your question.
गुड आफ्टरनून सर।
Good afternoon.
चलिए मुझे ये जानना था सर कि आपका फास्ट ट्रैक पाथवे जो है, ऑलरेडी मैं 3 साल से ऊपर में एमएफसी हूँ और कंफर्म किया हुआ है, तो ये इसमें क्या इनरोल किया जा सकता है और ये कितने दिनों में किया जा सकता है सीएफसी?
और आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन क्या है सर?
एमकॉम।
एमकॉम, यस, देन यू आर एलिजिबल। और सर यू कैन कंप्लीट इट विद इन 4 मंथ, मतलब आपकी पढ़ाई 4 महीने में हो जाएगी एंड देन आपका एक सर्टिफिकेशन रहेगा। तो probably it will take 5 months to complete your entire CFP certification. Vibhu sir, please correct.
टोटल 5 महीने बता।
सॉरी, एक बार फिर से बताना सर।
5 महीने आपने बताया, तो टोटल लेके या फिर 5 महीने उसके बाद और एक्स्ट्रा लगे?
विभू सर, थोड़ा सा आप इनमें जो केस स्टडी होता है और जो एग्जाम होते हैं, थोड़ा सा इस पे आप लाइट डाल दो, बिकॉज देयर आर 2 parts इन द फाइनल एग्जाम।
Ankur is a live. Ankur is there. Is a live wire. He's sitting right in front of us.
Okay, so
Ankur, please
I'll
throw some
explain
light.
my journey. So I started in September 2024, and I was open to give exam. मतलब institute allow me to give exam into February session also, because जो exam होता है वो every second month होता है. So I was not completely prepared for the Feb month, so I have not attempted that. But I give exam into April cycle, and I cleared the same in the April cycle also, and the result comes in the early of May month. So there is there is an exam. Second, there we need to complete one project also, which is again very interesting. We get to know much more about the real plans through that project, which you can complete into the same cycle, or which you can complete even in the later cycle also. So I did the same in the April month itself, because we need to complete the same by 10th of that particular month, and exam used to happen into at the start of the 4th week. So I did complete the same in the same month. So I get clear and I get my certification in my start of the May month. And there are some of my friends who qualify for the exam in that particular April month, and they are attempting for the project in this cycle, and they will complete the journey by 10th of June. So this is how it happens. And there are people who can complete into the 4 months also. If you are already prepared, you can attempt within the 2 months as well. But I think 6 to 7 months is a decent enough time where you learn also with a good pace and clear the exam with a more confident way.
That is correct. So, you know,
And
it's
we can-
reasonable to assume that, like, you know, 4 months you get a great idea, but 6 to 7 months on a practical manner, you know, you can consider. Kanaya, can you mute Ashish's mic?
सर मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ, एक बार इनरोल होने के बाद इसमें कुछ टाइम लिमिट है, इतने टाइम में ही कंप्लीट करना है या कुछ है ऐसा?
नहीं नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है सर। आपको आपके सौकर्य के हिसाब से आप कर सकते हो। आप 6 महीने में कर पा रहे तो 6 महीने में करो, 8 में कर पा रहे तो 8 में करो, 4 में कर पा रहे तो 4 में करो, वो आपकी मर्जी है। हर 2 महीने में एग्जाम्स होती है। आई एम श्योर इफ यू काइंड ऑफ पुट योर माइंड एंड फोकस इनटू इट जस्ट लाइक व्हाट अनपुर डिड, you will be able to come out in flying colors in 6 months. 6 months is a practical, जो भी हमारा practical inefficiency को भी थोड़ा सा कंसिडर करनी होती है ना, बीच में दिवाली आती है, फंक्शंस आते हैं, वो सबको कंसिडर करते हुए 6 महीने यदि आप मान के चलोगे तो फिर आपको डिसअपॉइंटमेंट नहीं होगा। 4 में भी हम बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं, जैसे कन्या जी कह रहे थे, 4 या 5 में भी, मगर 6 रियलिस्टिक थोड़ा सा इधर उधर का इनएफिशिएंसी को भी मन में रखते हुए आप कर सकते हैं। Basic requirement is you need to have that kind of a motivation like what Anpur had, and then like you know, मतलब हम बाकी आपका मतलब जो जितना assistance हो सकती है, like we are always here to help you cross that line.
सर मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि एक्सपीरियंस के हिसाब से आपने बोला फास्ट ट्रैक, क्या लेवल 1, 2 एंड 3 भी करना है या फिर लेवल 4 ही ओनली करना है?
नहीं, लेवल 4 ही करना है सर आपको, वो लेवल 1, 2, 3 नहीं करना है फास्ट ट्रैक। यदि आप फास्ट ट्रैक के थ्रू जा रहे हैं तो आपको 1, 2, 3 करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
तो सर ये लेवल 4 में सिर्फ कितने कॉस्टिंग आ जाते हैं आपके टोटल करके?
क्या लेवल 4 में
टोटल लेवल 4 सिर्फ करने में कितने कॉस्ट आ रहे हैं?
कॉस्ट
Okay, so
कॉस्ट पूछ रहे हैं सर, वो कॉस्ट
Around
पूछ रहे हैं कि
Kanya will take that question.
okay, so around 74,000 rupees आपका बोर्ड फीस होगा, including everything, your registration, your exam, your case study, your final certification, plus 45,000 rupees आपका ट्रेनिंग फीस होगा, CFP स्टडी फी, वो आप जो ICP को पे करोगे, और 74,000 रुपीज आप बोर्ड को पे करोगे।
74 प्लस
Right.
Vibhu sir, one question in the chat from Joseph Nadar. He is Dubai based and working in the bank, sir. And he has done MBA from Mumbai University. His question is, CFP certification from India is valid here in UAE and there is no personal income tax here.
So as I said, an earlier question for London also, CFP certification, the validity, it has two angles. One is the local angle and one is the generalized angle. So in CFP, when you reach the final level, the focus is more on localized angle. Like what Anpur studied was more on Indian taxation, Indian retirement products like NPS, PPF, and then like, you know, EPS, EDLI and stuff like that. So you will have to be more localized, but you still can have value from an asset allocation point of view, strategizing your portfolio for people there. And because of the DTAA, which is the dual taxation treaty, which Dubai has with India, and if people are already there, then they don't have any capital gains taxation of investments which they make as being an NRI based in UAE in an Indian market, which is a big advantage. So you can create a niche for yourself by forget the, you know, whether it is compliant with that, because UAE, I have lived in Dubai myself for 16 years. You know, I lived there in the shoreline apartments. Okay. So you have a lot of people who are interested in Indian MF investments because of this dual taxation exemption which they have. Since UAE does not have taxation, the capital gains taxation which you have in mutual funds is exempt. So there is a great opportunity. If you study this course, you will be able to get a 360-degree view in terms of asset allocation, in terms of risk management, optimization, and stuff like that. Insurability, like how much a person should take an insurance, even if he's based in Dubai or wherever. So all these will help you give a quality advice to your clients. Forget the aspect of, because obviously there is a local products which we study in CFP, which you might not. I have a student as we speak Balaji Raman is his name. Okay, he's based out of Dubai. He runs a firm there. He's studying CFP in fast track. He contacts me daily. He used to have communication with me on doubts and stuff like that. So nothing can stop anyone from studying CFP and extracting the value out of it. So you can very confidently go for it.
Okay, so Vibhu sir, we have some paucity of time. We can take another one or two questions quickly, and then we have to wind up.
Yes, yes, because it's already 1.5 hours.
Yes.
But then, like, it's very
Chandni
good to see the attendance and the participation.
Yes, yes. So Chandni Majumdar, you can unmute yourself.
Hello, sir. I am Chandni Mazumdar from Kolkata. Right now, I am a research analyst. So my question is, if I'm doing this CSA on regular part, so how does it will take in the time to complete? You have mentioned it earlier that 4 to 6 months, but that is for regular part or for fast track part?
That was for fast track part, Chandni.
Okay, so for a regular part, how long it will take?
I will take this question because I'm a regular pathway student myself. So I finished all the 4 levels in 7 months. Okay. And I have a student who, her name is 𝙁𝒐𝒚 Kaur. Okay. She is based out of Delhi. She did level 1, 2, 3 in back-to-back months. March, April, May. She finished level 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And now she is going to take her time off because she doesn't want to rush to give in June. She wants to give her final level of exam in August along with the project. Okay. She enrolled for this program in around January or February of this year. So if you are motivated and if you can dedicate time, I would say the maximum you would take is completely less than a year. And there is also one advantage that you have, which Kanya will talk about. If you are finishing all your 4 levels, including the project, within 1 year, you will also get some benefit in terms of some fee waiver in the final certification. I got that as a student because in Jan 2023, I registered for the CFP, the FPSB registration, and I cleared the exam plus project, like how Ankur did, in October 2023. So he gave just 1 exam, but I gave 4 exams. So, but still, I did it in that 8 or 9 because this final level exam happens only once in 2 months. But I have a lot of students these days. There is one other girl called Sneha Bihani. She also did hat trick. There are a lot of students, young students, who are able to give the hat trick 1, 2, 3 in consecutive 3 months because we have such a level of extensive. In fact, Gurpreet's photo was there in that April month pass out of L2, right? In May, she cleared L3. So I told her, बेटा तुम break ले लेना, ये मतलब जून में आकर के L4 देने के लिए खड़ा मत हो जाना. I told her myself. She said, okay, sir, I will take, and because I need more of a comprehensive studying for that. So she's going to appear for project plus exam in August, and I'm 500% sure that she will clear that in August. So you can count if you have that dedication in terms of at least putting that 1.5 hours of day into that video, seeing and studying and stuff. You can take a budget of 7 to 8 months. Even on a realistic basis, it is possible.
Okay, and one more thing, sir, that you're saying that group studies will be there, and I have to do a case study and projects are there. So if I'm doing it online from Kolkata, so how can I will get all those opportunities for group studies and case studies and all the field work?
I'm not able to understand. Ankur, can you take that question?
Yeah, so Chandni, that we do completely online. So we created the small groups, and even before the exam, 1 month before the exam, there's a mentee also a mentor also which get allotted from the ISOFP, and in case of any doubt, we can directly contact them. So Vibhu sir was my mentor in my session. So अगर बाद में मतलब last 1 month में तो वो इतना ताबड़तोड़ होता है कि कुछ भी पूछना हो तो you can ask them. And when you are into a small groups, so even sometimes in a class we are not able to ask questions, so we can ask within our group, and all the like-minded people are there, so we get to learn from each other very much.
And if I want to work in London, then what should I do for these? Means after completing CFP, And after that, I am going to, because maybe I can go to London. So if I want to work there, so which kind of other things I have to do with this?
So Chandni, there is a cross-border examination. I have replied in the chat box also to someone else. There is a cross-border examination for, if you want to practice CFP, you have to give the examination of that particular company. There will be one, or
From where?
getting my
From where?
right. So like if you are going to Australia, Australia have a different taxes, and Australia have different financial products. So that examination you have to give for to practice the CFP, or maybe if you want to cater the client of different countries, you have to give the exam. And there is nothing
Okay.
else.
Okay, and what is the fees for this regular course? So the entire fee?
The cross-border examination fee,
No, the CFP fee.
the CFP regular pathway, it takes
Yeah.
completing, uh, board fee and the tuition fee, coaching fee, it is close to 1,40,000 rupees. Kisan, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. So anyway, Chandni can get in touch with Krishan to get a more detailed understanding of the fee structure.
Please write down the number. This is 9711. I'll just write in the chat box. This is
And whoever wants to have a call back from Krishan or his team, you can drop in your name or number so that they can kind of get in touch with you as well.
Yeah, this is 9711437779. I've just written in the chat box. You can copy from there. And if you have any question, please call on this number. My team is there. They can help you, guide you with all the details. And with this, we have to wind up the session, Vibhu sir, because
yes, sure.
On the same panel at
so just before we wind up, I would like to thank all the participants who had a patient this thing. And a special note of gratitude from the entire family of ICOFP to Ankur Gupta, who is like a model citizen. Like every country needs a model citizen. He's like a model alumnus who kind of has taken so much of time from his schedule. He's been there for almost like 90 minutes. He's been sitting through the webinar, answered questions, and is like a brand ambassador of ICOFP in the market. So we wish you all the best in all your future endeavors, Ankur. I'm sure with your honesty and sincerity, you will come up with flying colors. And it's also a message to all the CFP aspirants who are still in this chat that if you are with us, you are with us forever. So it's like becoming a part of the family. So thank you, Ankur. Thank you all. Thank you, Kanaya and Krishan, for an excellent session. Right?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Dayal Ahuja ji, Prakhar ji, I'm so sorry we could not take your question, but please call on this number. If you need, I can connect you with one-on-one with Vibhu sir or maybe Ankur sir. So with this, let's wind up the session.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.